what we're gonna do first is we have to make the cookie dough. So you can use any flavor of our cookie dough. I personally feel like fudgy brownie or chocolate chunk are probably the best kind of bites of cookie dough you want to find in ice cream. But we're gonna do our classic chocolate chunk, because I think that's what most people are gonna love. And of course you can trade it out for sugar cookie or oatmeal cranberry or fudgy brownie. So you only need a couple discs of dough. So just take out a couple. I'm gonna take out 2. And then what I do is I get just a glass Tupperware, because this is the trick this is a very easy recipe, but the trick is that you don't want ice cream to melt. So just get your favorite vanilla ice cream. You can get regular, vegan, dairy-free, whatever your favorite flavor is. And then what I do is when it's still cold, so don't let it melt too much, start to take it out of the pint, because what we want to do is mix in pieces of cookie dough into the whole thing. So how are we going to get through the whole pint if it's still in the pint? So just take it out, and I like to put it in a glass Tupperware because this you can freeze easily. So take some out, so you're getting a layer, right? You're starting to put some ice cream down. And then you get to make your cookie dough pieces with these portions. So you can make them big or small. I personally like smaller pieces, because if it's too big, it's like not as fun. It's like fun to have like little pieces in all of your bites. Oatmeal cranberry would be delicious in vanilla. Oatmeal cranberry also would be great in like a chocolate ice cream. But I'm going to just roll, and this is really fun to do with kids too, so definitely bring kids in here. If your ice cream melts fast, it's hard. Some brands melt faster than others, but you got to either just like work fast or just use our cookie dough as a topping. Like scoop out your ice cream as if you're doing a normal scoop of ice cream, and then you can just place this on top so that you don't have a melting mess. So I'm just making little balls, okay? They don't have to be a perfect shape. They're just kind of bite-sized, pea-sized cookie dough pieces. And yes, you can do this with all of our flavors. So sugar cookie, fudgy brownie, chocolate chunk, oatmeal cranberry. So again, just make little piece sizes. This is such a fun thing to do with kids. Kids would love this too. So get them involved who won't want to have fun kind of playing with cookie dough. So just make a bunch of balls, okay? And then once you've made as many as you want, honestly, I think you just need about three portions for a whole pint of ice cream. You can start to place them on top of your ice cream in your Tupperware, and then keep adding more ice cream to it. So basically, you're starting to cover up the cookie dough. Again, you have to do this fast so it doesn't melt, and then put this, when it's full and you've done the whole pint of ice cream, put this into the freezer with saran wrap on top or something just to cover it so that it freezes immediately. Again, you don't want to have it melt, because when you refreeze ice cream, it's not as good. We all know that. So once you start filling this up with the cookie dough, then you need to add your chocolate. You can use chocolate chips, chocolate chunks. You can take a chocolate bar and chop it up so that you're getting like finer pieces of chocolate. I'm going to show you guys a quick trick to make it even more elevated. Either get a microwave safe bowl or get a medium to heavy pan. I don't have a microwave in our house, so I'm going to use a pan. And what you do is just grab your chocolate. I'm using like a dark semi-sweet chocolate chunk. Either put it in your microwave safe bowl or on the stovetop. And do it at like in 20-second increments in your microwave so that you don't burn it. Chocolate is something super sensitive. So when I put chocolate on the stove, I never walk away from it because it can burn in 2 seconds. So just let it melt. It'll take about 20 seconds. Once it melts, I'm gonna show you guys a really cool trick. Okay. You want to grab parchment paper or something, even tinfoil, something that easily the chocolate can peel away from once it's frozen. So what we're going to do is once the chocolate melts, we're gonna basically make our own chocolate chips. And they're chocolate chunks really, but we're gonna make them extra thin because you know in ice cream, sometimes you bite into like a big chocolate chunk and it's just it's just a hard bite in the middle of a very like smooth ice cream texture. It's a pet peeve of mine. I hate biting into something super hard. So what we do, if we make our own chocolate chunks, we're gonna make these thin, and that way when we chop them up and put them into the ice cream, it'll be melt in the mouth chocolate. So you're just gonna wait till it melts. See how the chocolate's starting to melt. About 20 more seconds, and this is super easy to do. So again, I'm just putting this on parchment paper because it's easy for chocolate to come right off it. Okay, so now that my chocolate's melted, again, be very careful when you have chocolate melting on the stovetop because it can burn so easily, or in the microwave. So just make sure you heat it just until it starts melting, and then quickly kind of start mixing around with your spatula so that nothing burns. Okay, so you see we have this beautiful creamy chocolate now, okay? So how we make our own melt in the mouth chocolate chunks is we put it on to, hold on a second, you guys can't see that. Put it onto this parchment paper. I'm gonna move this over so you guys can see. Okay, parchment paper, and just flatten it out as if you're making your own chocolate bar. And you probably want it about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be exact, but you do want it kind of even. So what we're gonna do is put this in the freezer flat, or you could put it on top of just like a pan, a baking sheet, so that it stays flat, and then put this in the freezer. Honestly, in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, you'll get something like this, where it's just already frozen and it comes right off the parchment paper, okay? And then you grab a knife. I'm gonna use a big knife, but you're gonna grab a knife and you're gonna basically cut up your own melt in the mouth chocolate chunks. So you can cut it in half first, and then just kind of see what size you like. You want them to be kind of, I like that they're irregular shaped because it's fun when you get like a big chunk that looks like that. And then you get smaller pieces that kind of melt in the mouth when you take a bite of ice cream. Okay, see how easy that is? And look how cool these look. You know, they're all chocolate chunks and they're all thin so that in the ice cream, they'll melt in your mouth. So you can chop them up smaller if you want smaller bites. You can keep them bigger if you like bigger chunks. It's like your own Ben & Jerry's factory. You can make it really fun. And really just whatever your imagination takes you, run with it. This is also super fun to do with kids. I mean, kids would have a lot of fun just, you know, once you chop everything up, that they get to kind of play with this. So once you have your ice cream is in your Tupperware, again, we're doing this we're doing it slow now, but in real life, you're gonna do this faster so it doesn't melt. You're gonna then add your chocolate chunks, okay? And then you just wanna mix it up a little bit so it's all incorporated in the ice cream. And then we're gonna freeze this. So imagine we use the whole pint, freeze it, and then what you get is your own homemade cookie dough ice cream. I mean, look at that. So yummy, literally melts in the mouth. And then you get to top it. So this is just fun to make, fun to serve for dessert. It's just such a wow factor. People love cookie dough, especially in ice cream. And as the warmer, months come here, it's just so refreshing. But then you can have fun with it. You can do a sundae bar. I am gonna top it. You could top it with some marshmallows. These are vegan marshmallows. I love sprinkles. So you could do some colored sprinkles or chocolate sprinkles, whatever you like. You could put even some sea salt on it. I like that salty sweet sometimes, so just a little bit of sea salt. You could put walnuts or more chocolate on top. So there you go. You can have a dreamy cookie dough ice cream sundae. And I'm also going to show you how to do one more thing. If it's kind of too, if you've maybe baked up all of your place and bake cookie dough, you can do all of this with our jar of edible cookie dough. So you don't have to really cut up anything. Our jar of edible cookie dough comes like this, and you can do the same thing. You can take out little spoonfuls, or you can kind of do something fun. So we're gonna make kind of an ice cream parfait here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten the cookie dough, and we'll just use vanilla ice cream for this. So let's say we just want some vanilla ice cream. You can then have fun just kind of making like a parfait of layers. So I'm gonna just put the cookie dough pieces around, and then, oops, and then I'm gonna top it with some more ice cream. And that way, it's not, you don't have the cookie dough in the entire ice cream, you just kind of have it in the middle, which is kind of a fun surprise. And then you could top it with some walnuts and some more dark chocolate. And there you go. So really, you can have so much fun with this. It's good for kids and adults. I just know people will go crazy for this. Our edible cookie dough is perfect for this because it's super soft and creamy. So again, you could just scoop out little pieces from here, or you could use any of our flavors of the place and bake and just take pieces from the portions. So if you guys, need cookie dough for this weekend, run to your local store. You know where to find us. You easily go on our store locator on our website, put in your zip code, and it'll show where we're sold near you. Or head to our website, and we ship nationwide, so we can ship right to your door. And we're actually increasing our ship time, so we'll get to you even faster now. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, email us at hello@sweetlorens.com. Follow us on our newsletter so that you can see more recipes and giveaways and fun promotions that we do. Sign up for our newsletter on our website. And if you don't follow us on Facebook or Twitter, join us there too. And if there are any other recipes you guys want to see, let us know. I'd love to hear, and I'd love to make it for you. So have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy summer and enjoy homemade cookie dough ice cream.